goodness, it was so cold earlier on and now I'm hot. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a chit chat video on why I have decided to stop wearing wigs and why I also would suggest to you all to stop wearing wigs. Obviously I cannot tell you what to do. I can only give you my opinion, my advice, and then it's up to you to accept it or not. But first of all, let's talk about me. And over the years, if you've been following me, you know that I think some of you have seen my natural, not my natural hair, my relaxed hair, obviously, throughout my videos, but most of the time I have been wearing wigs. Now today, I'm not wearing wig. This is not a wig, this is a crochet. So let's go back to the beginning on wearing wigs and why I decided to stop it and why I would advise you to do the same thing too. So obviously I started wearing wigs as soon as I got into, as soon as I was done with university. I was done with university at the age of 19, something like that. I started wearing wigs because I felt like there was nothing that I could do with my hair. Now my hair was relaxed. My own hair was relaxed, but it was always short and I just felt like there was nothing I can do with it. So wigs was starting to, be the latest thing that people were wearing. So I said, okay, you know what, let's start wearing wigs. So I would always cornrow my hair underneath, and I would also wear wigs all the time. So I would cornrow, wear wigs, back to back all the time. And I wasn't really taking care of my hair because I didn't really know what to do and how to treat it at the time. Now, as of that time when I was 19, 20, apparently I think that's when the natural hair movement was happening. But for me, I was not watching natural hair videos. I was watching makeup videos. I became obsessed with makeup at that time. So while other people were focusing on hair, I was focusing on makeup. And so throughout my teens, I would watch a lot of makeup videos on YouTube. I didn't really care too much about hair because I wasn't a hair person as of that time. So over the years, I've been wearing wigs right up to this year. Before the lockdown, actually, I've been wearing wigs. And the thing was, I fell in love with these wigs. I fell in love with hair extensions, virgin hair, than my own hair. And I would take care of these wigs than my own hair. Like, I would deep condition my wigs, shampoo my wigs every week, but I was never deep conditioning my own hair. Like, I didn't even know that we had to deep condition our own hair. That was just how bad it was, because I had relied so much on wigs, and I had this mindset that all these wigs and extension looked better than my own hair. And so I always felt like if I did not have this wig on, if I didn't have this particular hair extension on, I was not beautiful, or I just felt like I was not looking my best until I put on those wigs. And so obviously during those periods too, I would relax my hair every 3 months. Me wearing wigs for such a long period of time, like I would wear wigs from 7 o'clock in the morning, because I'm usually up by 6 in the morning. Like, I'm a morning person, so I get up very early and I'll put on my wig from 7 o'clock in the morning and take my wig off at 9 o'clock at night. And that would happen like 7 days a week, every single week. Apart from the week that I relax my hair, I have to let air get into my hair. And I remember my mom would tell me that, look, you can't be wearing wigs all day. Like, you need to let oxygen, you need to let the air get into your scalp. Like, you can't just be putting your hair in wigs all the time. But I wouldn't really listen to her because I always felt like I only look beautiful when I have those wigs on. Well, me wearing those wigs constantly for such a long period of time during the day, I'm not looking after my own hair, allowed me to have traction alopecia at the back of my head. Now, it's not that bad. It's not something severe. It's not even something bad. It's not even something that you can notice, actually, unless if I show you it. So when COVID happened, in earlier on this year in March, I can honestly tell you that lockdown for me was a blessing, because it was during that lockdown that there was this thing within my spirit that just told me that, listen, you need to look after your hair now, because something is going wrong, because the area where I had traction alopecia, it was becoming very, very itchy. And not only that, it got to a point where I just hate wearing wigs. This happened like this year. There's just something in me that just got so sick and tired of wearing wigs. I felt like putting on a wig was like putting on a hat. And for me, I don't like putting on a hat. I don't like putting on anything that covers my hair or that covers my scalp. Like, I love my hair to be out. I love full hair. I love to feel the wind on my scalp. I love to wake up and to, touch hair and to feel something. I don't like waking up and I look in the mirror and all I'm seeing is just cornrows. I don't want to see cornrows. I want to see hair, like hair, but obviously you can't go to bed with a wig, but putting on a wig was starting to become a burden to me. And for me, when something is becoming a burden to me, is a sign that I need to just stop that thing, because it's no more pleasurable, like, for me to do it anymore. It's becoming a burden. And so during that lockdown, I made up my mind that I want to stop wearing wigs. But to be honest with you, I didn't know how to go about it, because I felt like I can't do anything with my hair. Like, it's just so short. There's nothing I can do to it. So I went back again. I got cornrows done. When I got cornrows done, the minute I took my cornrows out, my cornrows came out with my edges. That was just how bad it was. All my edges were gone. And I'm going to do another video on this, because I just thank God that right now I got my edges back, okay? Edges is everything. Like, you don't realize how valuable edges are until you lose all of them. But I'm happy that I have them back now. But I'm going to do another video on that. So my edges were gone when I took the cornrows out. And I said to myself, I'm not going to any hairdresser anymore. I'm going to learn how to take care of my own hair, do my own hair, and make sure that I get this hair to be healthy. Because when there's something wrong with your hair, it's not the time to start looking for how to style your hair. It's not the time to wear wig. It's a time where you need to stop what you're doing. You need to stop the wigs, the cornrows, whatever you were doing before. It needs to stop, and now you need to look after the health of your hair to make sure that it's in the most healthiest state that it can be. Because when it's healthy, then it looks nice. So as of the beginning of lockdown, I started paying attention to a lot of hair videos. I was watching hair videos back to back, and I just had this strong desire that I need to go natural. Like I said before, I've been relaxed all my life, so I've never seen my hair in its natural state. I had this huge desire to go natural. And then I thought to myself, something in me was like, listen, don't you think that your hair would just flourish if you just don't put any chemical on your scalp? Like, it would just flourish. Because every time I get a relaxer done, there's always a part of my scalp that always gets burnt every single time, that it was starting to become norm. And I said to myself, this is not good. And that is the same spot where I have traction alopecia as well. So I said to myself, okay, we're going to transition. I don't know how we're going to do that, but we're just going to do that. And that's why if you notice in a few videos back, like where I'm wearing like a blue dress or something, you realize that my hair is really short because I cut it. If you follow me on Instagram, I have a video where I trimmed my hair even more because I realized that I was actually holding on to dead, relaxed hair. Can you imagine? All these years that I've been complaining that I don't know what to do with my hair, I can't style my hair, this and that, it's because I've been holding on to damaged hair. And when your hair is damaged, you pretty much can't style it. Like, there's nothing you can do with it. And when you go out in the air and the wind is blowing, it just sticks up in the air. And there's nothing you can do to make sure that it could just stay down. So at that point, I said, you know what? The whole time I've been deep conditioning, moisturizing, shampooing. I've been doing all of that to dead hair. Like, that is a waste of product. So I woke up one morning and I started trimming it off. I said, you know what? There's no point of holding on to something that is dead. I might as well just trim everything off. And so that is what I did. And that's really shocking for me because I'm somebody who loves long hair. I'm someone who believes that, like, your hair is part of beauty. Hair is really important. It's like part of beauty for me personally. So after the last scene, Then I started looking it up again more and more often. I started looking at more videos and I realized that there's actually black African girls with long hair, like natural long hair, and I've never seen that in my life. And I thought, wow, like black women can actually grow long hair, because all my life all the women that I see around me, they don't have natural long hair. It's always up to hair, or the edges could have been gone, half the hair is gone, or whatever. And I was so surprised to see so many of it on YouTube, and I thought, wow, I really want this. Like, I want to grow it out. And so I remember one day I was on my knees in the corner of my room, and I was just praying to God, and I said, God, I really, really want long natural hair, because when I do have long natural hair, I am not going to bother with extensions and all these things anymore. Like, I really want long natural hair. And I told the Holy Spirit, I said, Holy Spirit, please just show me what to do. Like, obviously I knew I had to shampoo, deep condition, moisturize, yada yada yada, but at the same time as well, I have traction alopecia that needs to be cured, and my edges are gone. So there's no point in having long hair, edges are gone, your back is like nearly halfway gone. So I remember the Holy Spirit just told me, go and use rosemary oil. And I'm going to do another video on this, on how I cured my traction alopecia. But yeah, he just told me go and use rosemary oil. And so I bought organic rosemary oil, mixed it with my almond oil, and I started putting on my edges, and I was putting on my back where I had traction alopecia every single day. And I'm going to tell you something, like, my hair grew back. Like, it grew back. And my edges as well, it came back. And I just thank God for that, because like I said before, edges are so important. But here's my thing, yeah, I feel like 90% of black women wear wigs every single day. And when we ask, why do you wear wigs, it's always this excuse of, I need to put my hair in protective styling. Protective styling has become the excuse to wearing wigs every single day. And I just feel like when you get to that point where you're wearing it every single day, apart from the fact that your edges are not going to flourish the way you should flourish, you will depend so much on those extensions to look beautiful. I don't mean to offend anyone, but I know a few girls who will never show up on YouTube or anywhere without putting on hair extensions, because they have depend on it so much that they feel like they only look beautiful when they put these extensions on. And I'm gonna tell you something, like, you look younger when you have your natural hair out, or when you wear hairstyles that mimic your natural hair, you will look younger. But when you wear wigs, especially these virgin Brazilian, virgin Peruvian, all that kind of stuff, you look older. I remember in my workplace when I had my natural hair out, and the people I was working with, they were telling me, you look so much young, like you look younger when you have your natural hair out than when you have your extensions on. And I was like, really? They're like, yeah, you look so young. And it's really, really true. Like, I see some girls with their natural hair, and then when they put on a wig, it's like, whoa, they look older. And another thing is as well, like, for those of you who are single that are always wigging it on as well, like, when you get married, yeah, I don't know about you, but when you get married and you wake up, your husband's seeing you with cornrows, you go out, you come back home, you wig it off, and he's seeing you with cornrows. So the only people who's actually seeing your full beauty is those who don't even live in your house, and your man doesn't even get to see that. All your man sees is just cornrows. I feel like, in a way, that is just not fair. I feel like your man should be the first one to see you in all your glory, you know. And so what I would say is, try and cut down these wig wearing. This whole thing of wigs grow my hair, I'm gonna tell you something, wigs does not make your hair grow. Wigs can actually make your hair really, really thin, lose your edges, and it can also cause traction alopecia, because your scalp is not getting enough air. It's not getting enough air. Every single time it's hidden all the time. what makes your hair grow is you just leaving it alone. It's not the wigs, it's not the protective, like, obviously protective styling helps with leaving your hair alone. That's what makes it grow. So don't use this excuse of, oh, I have to put on a wig because I need to protect my hair. No, you don't have to put on the wigs all the time. This one on my hair is not a wig. This is crochet. Okay, it's crochet, and I wake up and I can feel something on my hair. I go to bed, I put it, in plaits, and that's that. So nobody is seeing cornrows on my head. Nobody is, waking up seeing me looking like a village girl. No, they see me with hair on my head. Now, for those of you who have really, really short hair and you're trying to grow your hair out like me, if you watch you see in one of my previous video, my hair is really, really short. In that video, that's what my natural hair looks like right now, because I can't really say I'm transitioning because I've pretty much cut most of my relaxed hair away, so I'm 90% natural as we speak. I'll try and do a video as soon as I get my natural hair out. I will try and do a video on that, but this protective styling is going to stay on my head for about like 3 months, so it's not something I'm going to do anytime soon. I need to leave the hair alone. But back to what I was saying with those who have a TWA, like you have a really, really short hairstyle, I would advise you to do crochet, because especially those of you who have damaged hair or you've damaged your scalp, putting on a wig on top of that, you're making the situation worse. Trust me, I've done it, and it made the situation even worse. When your hair is damaged, is a sign that you need to stop what you're doing and really focus on how you're going to repair it. Don't focus on length, don't focus on style, focus on how you're going to repair that hair. Because when I had issues and I had traction alopecia, I was not putting on wigs. I was walking out of my house with a TWA hairstyle, okay? And I didn't like it, alright? I didn't really get all that much attention, but the health of my hair mattered to me most. Do you know what I mean? And because I let my hair out and I didn't put anything on top of it for a few months, it recovered. It recovered to the point that now my hair is back in its healthy state again, so I can now do the hairstyles that I want to do. So that's my advice. Stop wigging it, like reduce the wigs. You look more beautiful with your natural hair, and you look more younger. Nothing is going to replace something that is natural. I see that on YouTube, not on YouTube, on Instagram. We see so many videos on trying to get the lace closure to look like your scalp, and there's so much effort and so much equipment and so much time, and I'm like, look at this. This is not even, I don't know if you can see it. This is not even a lace closure. This is my scalp. And I don't have to waste so much time trying to get it to match the color of my forehead. Like, this is my scalp, and when I go out, I don't have to worry about the wind blowing my hair. It's not a wig, it's a crochet. Like, I feel like wigs in a way sometimes can put a burden on you, in a way that if you want to go and swim, I don't know whether people are swimming with wigs, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to be 100% comfortable, because you might feel like the wig might come off. Or if you have to go on this huge roller coaster, you might feel like the wig might come off. Or if you have to, like, what other activities that requires you running in the wind, you feel like the wig might come off. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of a burden. So don't fall in love with those wigs. Like, don't fully depend on those wigs. Go and do crochet. Crochet is so much better. It's easier, and it only takes like 2 hours to do, and that's it. So that's really my advice. Like, that's the reason why I just stopped wearing wigs. You will probably noticed it a few videos ago. Like the last video I did, I had like curly natural hair that was like shoulder length. That was like clip-in extensions, but I realized with the clip-in extensions, it's not really protecting my own hair, because it's TWA. I can't really do cornrows, and it wasn't really protecting my hair, and so I just felt like I shouldn't really do it for now, just leaving it alone. So I had to do it in a crochet instead. So I think that is it for this video. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, so that's just the update on my hair. I've trimmed it, and it's about like 2.5 inches long. Basically, that's my hair at the moment, 2.5 inches long. And what I just intend to do is to just leave it alone in protective styling for like 2 to 3 months, and that's it. That's what really made that's what normally works for me. Like, I was at a point where my relaxed hair was actually down to here, but as the years were going by and I wasn't looking after it, it came up to here. And what really worked that got it down to here actually was just leaving it alone for like 2 to 3 months, not washing it all the time. But obviously, if you have traction alopecia, you have to wash your hair every single week. That's what I did, but I'm gonna do another video on that as soon as I can. So that's it for today, and I hope you all hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna see you all next time. Bye.